Hey, so Mars went retrograde last night at sometime after 11 o'clock. So we have now entered into a Mars retrograde. Woo! And the deck just spilled me a load of cards as I said it. Let me just pick those up. We also had Neptune go direct. And we will soon be out on the 15th of Mercury retrograde. However, the Mars retrograde is going to stop a lot of forward movement from occurring because Mars is our planet of action, and when it's in retrograde, it's about not taking action. We also have a full moon in Gemini coming up on the 15th. Then later in the month we have solstice. So we've got the winter solstice, and on the same day the sun moves into Capricorn. And then we have a full moon in Capricorn. No, a new moon in Capricorn. So I'm just looking in my astrological diary thing. Yeah, we have a new moon in Capricorn on the 30th of December. So my cards, incidentally, that came out are the moon. Interesting that Neptune has gone direct, and Neptune is quite what can be hidden, and it's a lot to do with like lighting and what's hidden below the surface. And so is the moon. And we do have that full moon in Gemini on the 15th, so I've got quite a bad cough and I keep losing my voice. As I said, it's about secrets, is the moon. And, you know, the subconscious and what is below the surface of our consciousness. And that's all very Neptune-y stuff as well. Moony stuff, Neptune-y stuff. And talking about things beneath the surface that we're not really aware of, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, it has a little bit of a sneaky vibe. Battles, but claiming the victory yourself. And that, to me, is a little bit of a Mars retrograde energy. Because Mars retrograde can be quite a... It's in Leo as well, and Leo is... so this Mars retrograde is happening in Leo. And Leo is quite a proud sign. And if it's in retrograde, we might be having a little bit of troubles with our ego and pride and needing to suck them up a little bit. I think this is about choosing your battles wisely and maybe, you know, stepping away from claiming the glory and stepping off the battlefield. You know, not taking part in anything for the victory. We also have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a real cutesy card. It's all about love and nostalgia and, you know, looking back at maybe past loves, childhood memories that have a whimsical kind of romantic feel about them, like idyllic, like can be a little bit soulmatey. It can just be about things that you know take you way back, and things that make you feel like you're way back in a sort of past version of yourself. It can be very past lifey. And then we get Two of Cups. Nice little love offer. It's unified and it's two people coming together. I'm drawn to what's on this little hilltop here. It's like a little hilltop with a little house sort of nestled over there. So maybe something that has like a future security to it as well. So with all of those together, there might be some kind of mystery or secret coming up, coming back, or revealed to you. I think around the full moon, being as we've got the full moon on this card. Venus goes into Aquarius today as well. I think at some point that's going to be opposing the Mars retrograde in Leo. So there is going to be some sort of helping hand from Venus, the planet of love, with some of the difficulty of the Mars energy. So something, I mean, swords cards are quite Gemini and Aquarian as well, because they're air signs and swords represent air signs. And that full moon is in Gemini, which is an air sign, and we've just had Venus move into Aquarius, which is an air sign. But something might come up, something might be revealed that causes some kind of conflict. There may be some kind of unfair advantage in this conflict, or it might feel like what should feel like a victory feels hollow or petty and actually not worth the fight. So just look out for that. But because we have these lovely cups cards afterward, I feel like that is that Venus coming in and doing its love healing, shining a little bit of love on the matter. We need to be self-loving to ourselves as well, to overcome any kind of like ego with this one coming up, and to maybe forgive and look back to the past and look at the past of our relationships, and whether, you know, has something from our past been brought up about relationship patterns that takes you back to an old pattern that is causing this conflict, that's feeling like sneaky and strange, or like making you feel volatile, but not like a winner when you get answers. And finally, we have this harmonious card of balance of the love. And so maybe we need to sort of overcome a past pain and forgive ourselves, forgive somebody else, be self-loving, and bring this back into balance. We need to overcome the ego and not do any sneaky, like, hollow wins on this matter. And it may come up, like I said, around that full moon. It may be brewing right now, because like I said, we've just had those two transitions of Mars retrograde and Venus moving into Aquarius, which can get a little bit detached as well. Like Venus in Aquarius can be detached, but Venus is still very much about the love. And as it's like opposing that Mars retrograde, which is all about action, I think it's telling you to detach, take a step back, look at yourself, look at your patterns, look at your behaviours, and, you know, assess and bring this back into balance. Shine a little love out to your past self, into this situation, and to the other person that might be in this situation with you, and ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth the fight? I'm going to take a Seasons of the Witch Yule card. Tell me more about this quarrel. I'm going to do the riffle shuffle. It was a little bit of a... It's a new deck and it's not overly playful yet. Although, I mean, that went away as soon as I got it. The cards were like spewing themselves out of me from the deck. Tell me about this little conflict. The swords and the moon. Oh, I've got two. So one's going to be, in my opinion, for the swords and the moon, and the other's going to be for those cups cards. So we get forest, and I mean, if that's not sneaking around the cloak of darkness, like the moon and the swords, I don't know what is. It is without question a place of mystery. Moon card. Whispers of power, you've forgotten. Let thy strength crawl from beneath the ground and remind you, dear child, you are magic. And then, incidentally, we get candle magic. Finger the spine and caress thy lips. Light the spell spilling from your grip. And we have these candles sort of leading you back to center, following that light back to center, following that spiral, guiding you back within. So you need to stay centered. And focused. And know your magic. Without question, a place of mystery and whispers of power you've forgotten. I feel like this is asking you to know that you don't need to act big, act rash, act with aggression because you already are powerful. You don't need to shout and scream about it. You just need to go within and know your own magic and know your own strength. And this candle magic is also, I mean, that's what I'm just getting from the picture from it, but it's also about manifestation. It's also about making wishes and using candles to aid you with manifestation. I'm going to take one of these archetype ones. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. There may be some like magical healing in this. Okay. The venom. That's quite a scary card. Rah! Look at the teeth on that. And it looks kind of like a moon inside the mouth almost, part of a moon. Venom is always poisonous, toxic, and can be lethal. We need to maybe extract the venom from this situation. And, you know, when we are unable to forgive ourselves or others, it creates a toxicity. And we've already spoken about there may be some sort of magic in healing here and being self-loving and, you know, not going for hollow wins and hollow victories and sort of laying our weapons down and avoiding conflicts. So to, extract any kind of toxicity from what may come up with this full moon and what it may shine a light on, we just need to practice forgiving ourselves and forgiving others and forgiving past versions of ourselves and others to come back into this lovely harmonious balance. Thank you.